Hey everyone, welcome back to season 2 of You Were Meant for More. I am your host, Francine Ayala, and I am so excited as far as what's coming for 2025. I've recently launched an 8-week program called Ignite Your Confidence, and we are going to focus on the fundamentals of faith, fitness, and finance, because those are the 3 foundations that you need to really break through in this new year. So are you ready to step out into your power and purpose and walk boldly and confidently into your next season? Go ahead and contact me at francineayala.com/men for more. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of You Are Meant for More. I am your host, Francine Ayala, and I am so excited you are here with me. If you were here for the last show, or the show before that, we had some technical difficulties. So I completely apologize about that. I don't remember if I shared how upset I was that happened to you all. So thank you for being here. I am grateful that you are here. And so I might do the show with my glasses on today, or I might not. I think I'm gonna, let's see. I think I might take them off. Yeah, just so that I wear glasses, for the computer, but honestly, there's this glare in them that I just do not like. So a lot of people take their glasses off. So let's do this. Now I'm going to quickly check over on Facebook or some form of platform. Facebook's easier, just to make sure we are live. You can see me, you can hear me. If you are joining me live, please drop in the chat. You are good to go. You're live. I can hear you. Sound check, 1, 2, 3. I mean, it would be great. So let me go ahead and check really quick. So here we go. And you may hear background noise. Okay, good. There I am. I caught me while I was laughing. So awesome. Okay, I'm live. Awesome. All right. Well, here we go. So today's topic is going to be faith versus fear. If you're joining me live, please drop into the chat a time in your life when you've gone through something that was very fearful. You didn't want to take the plunge. You didn't want to step into your power and purpose because of something that you were feeling overwhelmed with. And honestly, fear comes up in so many different ways. And we're going to go ahead and dive in and break through any of those doubts. But I get it. Believe me, as a mindset coach, NLP certified, I understand the limiting beliefs and decisions that we hold within us from past experiences. So I understand that process. And sometimes it doesn't happen right away. But I promise you, stay consistent with constantly learning about yourself, understanding how you maneuver, what brings joy, what is fearful in your life, and just know that you get to work through it, or we get to work through it together, because I'm all about supporting you where you're at. All right, so let me go ahead and check in on you. I see that you guys already commented. Here we go. Hey, Tony. I absolutely love that you show up, Tony, and give me support. I'm doing the love for you too. Yes, Tony, so I am here. I'm live and you can hear my voice. So thank you for letting me know. I did check Facebook, so we were good to go as well. So thank you, Tony. I appreciate you. Hello. We'll go ahead and show Tony Navarez. If you don't know already, Tony is one of our sponsors for this show. He is a tax accountant that has a phenomenal staff and firm in the city of Covina. So definitely check them out at onetaxpro.com. So, all right, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so let's get real honest about this faith versus fear, or faith over fear, however you want to take a look at it. But I want to make sure that you are supported wherever you're at in your life. Because again, every single person is on their own journey, and know that yours is going to be different from someone else's. Theirs is going to be different from yours. But as long as you continue to self-develop and really understand what makes you tick, what, alerts you, as far as people use the word trigger, whatever that may look like for you in your life, where you get uncomfortable because of something, there's possibly a reason, so let's go ahead and share a little bit about what that may look like in your life, because so many people let fear talk them out of really breaking through in business, going after something big. It could be life-changing. And so many people stay stuck or stay in a safe space. Can I get a, I've done that? Type in the chat. Yes, I've done that, doing that now. Or, I've conquered that. Whatever you want to share, I'm like happy to hear. I want to know what it is that you've experienced, what setback or what doubt has kept you from stepping into your next season. I like to say there's different seasons that we go through. It's a whole journey, right? So I don't want you to play small anymore because I've been there. I know what it's like. I know how the fears can creep up on you. And I second guess myself. So many times I second guess myself. And why? And what's so funny is that as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, like we are our worst critics. We second guess ourselves on so many levels where the people that want to work with us have so much belief in us. And that's what I absolutely loved about entrepreneurship, because the thing is, like, as long as you continue to show up for yourself, for your business, your people will, your tribe will, your clients will. And that's really a beautiful thing. So you definitely want to learn and grow and constantly be in a space of, education and self-development, and really soaring into who you're meant to become, and who God has what God has placed you on as far as your mission. And it's a wonderful thing to experience. So I'm excited to share this with you. And of course, I want to hear from you too. Yes, Veronica. Oh, thank you for sharing. Veronica, love you, girl. Done that. Yes. Veronica has gone through so many different challenges. And if you ever hear her speak, you need to hear her speak. She has a lot of stories and a lot of experiences to share wherever you're at in your business or life, because it's all profound. It all comes together. And so thank you, Veronica, for sharing. I appreciate you. Okay. So let's go ahead and continue. But what I've learned, through faith, and having that fear, is that they can't exist together. You either have the faith or the fear is going to overcome it. So you can't stay in that same space. You got to find out a better way, and you got to pick one. So just know that it's going to come together in a time when you least expect it, or you're going to realize it and say, okay, this is it. This is what I'm fearing. And now I'm going to step into what's holding me back. And if you can't do it on your own, and if you're stuck and you're feeling like, oh, I don't want to do this by myself, reach out. Because guess what? One of us women, entrepreneurs, mindset coaches, confidence coaches, we've all been there, and we know how to break through with you. So it's not only like, and I think that's so profound to know, is that so many times we do it by ourselves. And, learning and growing as a business owner, I've realized that I don't have to do this alone. I don't have to step into my next season alone. I have mentors, I have accountability groups, I have coaches. And so really allowing space for others to be part of this journey with you is what you really get to understand is going to be so beneficial for you. And it's going to ignite and enlighten you from within. And I promise it's going to be worth it. And I bet you're probably scared because, I don't know, drop in the chat. I mean, I'm just going to say it. How many of you feel like it's my issue, it's my business, I got to deal with it on my own? I need to just figure it out. Go ahead, drop it in the chat. I'll wait a few seconds, to see that. Oh, yes, Veronica. She said, oh, thank you. Yes, girl. I love you. So she's, this is how women, we love to support one another. Tony too. Tony has a phenomenal team of women, and we're just all about supporting one another in our own journey in entrepreneurship. But yes, go ahead, drop it in, say, yes, I don't want to have to ask people for help. I have to do it by myself. I got to figure it out. It's my business. It's my life, and things like that. Just let me know if that was you. I get it. Believe me, been there, done that so many times. And now it's just, I've been able to accept that I get to receive help. I get to receive those blessings because I don't know about you. I mean, as a Christian woman, God be putting people in front of me all the time. Like if I have something going on and I'll just kind of share a little story. I had something going on recently and I was just like up to here with it. I was just livid. I was just like, not gonna. And the thing is, it takes a lot for me to get angry or bothered. It really does. Because for the most part, I'm a happy-go-lucky person. I love, being able to wake up every day, feel blessed for a new day and go about my business and be a blessing onto others because that's what we're here for. We're here to shine, to support people in their own journey, to be of service, to spread the good news. And so I was in this space of just like, I didn't want to deal with it. I didn't want to deal with anything. And so it was so funny because I'm driving and I get a passenger and he's like, oh, what did he say? He's like, oh, he started asking me all the questions. And then I was just like, yeah. And I go, I know God put you in my car. I know God put you in my way for a reason. And I just wanted to vent. Like I wanted to vent and I just wanted to like figure it out on my own. And the thing is, I know that God always places people in my path when he's trying to get me away from that. So this guy's like, you're fine. Don't let anybody dim your light. Don't let anybody tell you differently. You were meant to be a blessing. You were meant to shine. Everything you can possibly think of and say to other people to lift them up, he was saying to me. And I was just like, it was just like, fine. But it was just so funny because I have that conversation with God all the time. And I'm just like, all right, God. I'm like, I see what you're doing. I know what you're doing. You placed him in my path. And so, of course, I told the gentleman, I'm like, thank you. Truly appreciate you. I said, I know that's God's doing. And I knew he was going to put you in my car for a reason because I was just like, I was being a little bit of a, what's the word? Difficult. I was being a little difficult and I didn't want to let it go because I was just like sitting in my like anger. So I'm going to be real, you guys. I'm going to be real and honest with you because, things happen in our lives and people are put in our path every single day and it tests us, but it's how we respond versus how we react. And so I just had to share that because it's pretty funny, actually. Oh, Tony, you're so sweet. Tony giving stars. I love it. Okay. So it's basically how the fear keeps you stuck, right? So we don't want that to happen in our life. We don't want it to continue to be on replay. We want to be able to pass or go past it. And so I put together a few notes. So let me go ahead and pull those up. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and break down 5 different steps. Did I have to put 5? Sorry, 4 different steps. There we go. That are going to help you through this process. Okay, number 1. So step number 1. Identify your fear-based decision. Where is the fear running? Where is the fear running the show? Sorry, I should have worded that differently. So when I talked about this, it's like identify the fear-based decision. Where is that fear running from? Where is it coming up? And so when I do any type of coaching, I ask a lot of questions. And the thing is like, it's funny because I'll tell my clients, I'm like, not a lot of story, because the thing is when you're coaching, people want to share a lot of story of, well, this person and that person, and they did this and they did that. But see, that's a lot of the victimhood, right? And so I ask questions and I ask specific questions so I can get down to the root cause of where that's coming from. And so you have to sit back with this and what I've done with my clients too, because the thing is, a lot of us will respond with our emotions. And so we think right away, it's because of XYZ, this happened to me, he upset me, because he said this, or she did this, and I can't believe she did this a certain way. And so there's a reaction, but there's really no diving deep into where that fear is coming from. So I just gave you an example of like just anger. But like, for example, for me, like there was a fear that I held on to for a long time. And it wasn't until I dove into this certain area that it started to eventually release for me little by little. Like, granted, it still happens. So I'll share one of my fears. And this is just going to be an example of, because we have fears, so many different fears of the unknown, fear of the failure, fear of judgment, fear of all things. And my fear is related to my fear is related to not having enough money. So if you've been following me for a while, I had money stories, money blind spots that I was not aware of. And so whenever certain things would come up for my business, I would revert. I would revert away from anything that had to do with me being successful in my business. And so that's where like a lot of it was happening. And it's like, okay, where is this coming from? And we really had to dive deep into like my past, into my history. Like, why is this happening for me? Where is the fear coming from? So eventually it started to uncover that I was holding on to the fact that if I stepped into my business, if I was successful in my business and I failed, then there was this fear of failure. There was this fear of judgment. And there was this fear of, like, in a sense, like quitting. Like I had to give up my whole business. I had to stop and I had to go get a job. Because, one thing that happens in entrepreneurship is like you're tested to the limits. You are tested beyond measure. And a lot of people succeed. A lot of people fail and some people succeed because that's the narrow margin. It's only like they talk about like the 2% versus the 98% that, are going to be super successful. And the thing is, like, you have to have the determination and the resilience. And so you have to get down to the deep end of what's causing that fear to take place. And so that's why step number 1 is identify your fear-based decisions and where is fear running from? Like, where is it coming from, I should say? Where is it coming up for you? And sometimes you really need to sit with this. And with some of my clients, they have to journal. They have to journal it, because what happens is when they start to answer this question, it's very surface level. And the thing is, we're trying to get deeper into the subconscious to bring up what it is. So we need to go deeper than surface level. So that's why journaling is so important, and speaking out and asking questions. Yes, Veronica, girl. She's like, lots of determination and resilience. Yes, yes, yes. When you hear this woman's story, I think we kind of have the same stories too. Yeah, I just have to share, Veronica, you inspired me when you told me you went to the gas station and you had to take out a different credit card to figure out which one was going to go through. That was me. I actually took a bag of coins to the gas station one day because I was trying to get gas in my car with $0 on me. So anyways, we all have stories. They're entrepreneur stories. It's insane. Thank you, Veronica, for sharing. So so that was step number 1. Let's talk about step number 2. So step number 1, again, I want you to focus in on what that's going to look like for you. Actually, let me even put it up here so that as you're writing this down and taking a journal, or even if you're catching this on replay, I'm gonna make this one easy. I'm gonna say, where is fear coming from? Okay. And I want you all to really take this into account. And no matter what it is, because it shows up in different areas, it doesn't have to be business, it doesn't have to be about your career, it can be relationship wise. What is holding you back? Where is that coming from? So I'm going to go ahead and put this one on the screen. So step number 1, identify your fear-based decisions. Where is fear coming from? So I'm going to leave that for a second up there so that you screenshot it or write it down so that you can then work on that later today. And if you have any questions, you contact me. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and head over to step number 2. Okay. So step number 2 is rewire your thoughts. Rewire your thoughts. Okay. And then the question is, what if everything worked out for you? And that's the thing, is like, we got to change our thought process, because you can be stuck in the, what if it doesn't work? What if I fail? What if there's judgment? What if I have to go back and get a job? I mean, shoot, I drive Lyft whenever I can just to make that extra money, or I drive students to make that extra money, or I do private rides just to make that extra money, just in case. And plus, I have fun doing it. It actually gets me away from the computer, just in case, something happens in my business. And that's okay. Do I drive all the time? No. Only when I need to, only when I want to, because the thing is, for me, it's like a soothing mechanism. Like, it's funny because I talk about it. It's like, I probably will continue to drive for I don't know how many years, because I love the experience. I get to meet new people. I don't know if you know this, but when you drive like for a rideshare company, you actually get to network and meet amazing people. I've met people from all over the world. So because I work from my home, I am always home based. I'm always recording, or I'm doing something. For me to be out on the road, it's just an amazing experience. So to each his own. But just know that that was something that I held on to because it was there, it was available, and it kept me from the whole, you got to go get a job. Because let me tell you, my business failed over and over and over again. And there were times I just wanted to quit and give up, but I didn't. And like Veronica said, tons of determination and resilience. And that's literally what it took. I mean, shoot, there were days I was depressed, I was crying, I was so frustrated. I ate like crap, I looked like crap, I was just overwhelmed, I was depressed. Sometimes I even say something like this. I gotta show you all. Feeling overwhelmed? Are you depressed? Stressed out? I get it. I've been through every single one and then some. I went into depression twice. So this is why I do these episodes, these shows, because I want to be able to share. You're not alone, and you're going to get through it as long as you stay focused. And that's, oh my goodness, I can't even tell you about focus. The minute you stay focused on the end goal, and it's so funny because Tony actually, he recommended the book, The Power of Focus. And I love it. So one of my upcoming workshops is really going to dive into this book because, oh my goodness, if you all don't know about the power of focus in your business, you are about to learn. So stay tuned for that workshop. Okay, step 2. Let me go ahead and put it on the screen. All right, let's go. Step 2 is going to be, oh, I got to share it, don't I? Rewire your thoughts. So rewire your thoughts. And it says, what if everything worked out for you? So let me go ahead and take that off. Okay. So it's just a matter of like changing the perspective. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. It's changing the perspective of your thoughts. And the thing is, our brain, if you don't know this already, our brain is wired to revert to negative thoughts all the time. So imagine if you already know that your brain is going to revert to something negative the minute you wake up or the minute you think of something, if it's going to revert automatically to something negative. Isn't it nice to be aware of that? Like, a lot of people say, not today, Satan. Nope, not today. It's not going to happen. So that is the thing, is like, you get to be ahead of the game. You get to show up and be like, I am going to make this happen no matter what. The minute that negative thought comes in, I'm like, nope, shift. There are times when something like spirals in my head and it's like a negative thought, and it happens to not it happens to parents and things like that. And this is where like worries come in. So like parents will be like, oh my god, my son or my daughter. So like I'm a mom and I have a 29-year-old, but my son, he's a full grown adult, but still there are times where I think, and it's crazy our brains do this, but I'll think of him getting into an accident, and all of these things go through my head. So that what's happening is it's spiraling. My brain is spiraling to the next step, to the next step, to the next feeling, to the next visual, to the next. And I'm like, wait, what? And I'm like, no, out, you're out. I'm done. And then I start thinking of, of when we went to Disneyland or when we went to New York. He took me on an all expense paid trip to New York. I know I'm so blessed. I have an amazing son. He's all right, sometimes. So know that again, our brain is going to revert and we want to be ahead of the game. So rewire your thoughts. What if everything worked out for you? Remember, things happen for you, not to you. All right, who we got? Veronica. She goes, okay. Oh my God, yes. Don't miss those days. I did. I shared your credit card story. Girl, I know. Believe me, those were really, really sad days. Oh man, it's just, I do. But you know what? They humbled us. Those types of experiences humbled us. And look at Tony knows Veronica. Tony's like, hey, Veronica, what's going on? I love how we're all chatting in here. You guys are the best. I love you both. So awesome. I appreciate you. Hola, Tony. You guys are too cute. I love it. Okay. All right. Here we go. We're going to go back. All right. Let's go to step 3. Let me go ahead and prepare it so I can put it in my text form. I should have did this ahead of time, but I didn't even realize I was going to share them on screen until now. But that's all good. All right. Step number 3. Step number 3 is move before you're ready. Stop waiting. Start walking in faith. I love that. Okay. So step 3, move before you're ready. And that's the thing. Oh my goodness. I can't even begin to tell you how much I procrastinated. And actually, it's so funny. I just had this conversation with my mentor who told me, just do it. I'm like, are you a spokesperson for Nike or what's going on? But no, it's really taking that leap. It's really, I mean, I don't even know if I shared this with you all, and maybe some of you remember the story, but back in 2016, I was working for a nonprofit. And I had just stumbled into entrepreneurship. And I remember saying that I was never going to work for anybody else again. That's when I actually started driving rideshare. And because it was like a backup plan, right? And so it allowed me to then pick up private rides and people that absolutely like adore me as a driver. And I'm grateful for that, right? But what I said was, back in 2016, I said, I left my company and I jumped into entrepreneurship with one paycheck. And I said I would never work for anybody else again. And we are going into what, year 7? Don't make me use my fingers. 16, 17. Okay. No, 9. Why am I so off? Do I keep saying 7 and it's really 9? Seriously? Oh my goodness. Okay. So if I left in 2016, at the end of 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Oh my God. Am I seriously on year 9? So at the end of this year, it'll be year 9. I think year 10 needs a celebration. All right, let's go. Let's see what we got. Oh, I got to hide this one. Let me hide this one. All right. Girl, it was brutal in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. That is so true. Honestly, I mean, she's not lying, because I would pray. Oh, there's stories. I would pray at the pump, and one time it still got denied. And I was just like, I'll figure it out. It's like it was so funny. I'm like, I still left. It got denied, and I don't remember what I did after that. I left, and I think I might have. Oh, yes. No. So I was at Costco. Costco only accepted debit cards, and my debit card denied. It just kept declining. I'm like, no. And so I was able to use my credit card with like $10 on it. I was like, it happened, girl. It is, the struggle was real. It was nuts. I kid you not. Oh my goodness. Oh, it came through twice. That's awesome. So funny. I love it. Okay. Now it may be. Yes. It really wasn't. Honestly, it really wasn't funny back then. But honestly, to talk about it now is just like, I'm grateful. Like, I pray to God and thank him all the time for the struggles, the experiences, everything. Because you know what? If I didn't go through what I went through, because I needed to, because I with my money blocks, I needed to understand how to save. I needed to understand, how to invest first, and then, pay myself first, basically. I needed to learn it all. So they were all blocks that I needed to work on. So I'm grateful for all of the different experiences that I had to go through. So I'm good. All right. So our last one was step 3, move before you're ready, make it happen. Procrastination really is it's really going to be a downer for you. It's going to be, what's that word I want to look for? Like, oh my goodness. I had a word for it, but it's going to be that little naysayer in the back of your head that tells you you're not ready, and you're going to procrastinate. You're going to make sure that everything's perfect, and you're going to try to do all the things, and no, just move now. Make the choice to move. Make the choice to step into your own power and purpose. Stop waiting. Start walking in faith. I started a morning routine that gets me up at 5 a.m. And this is how it goes. 5 a.m. I know I moved all my stuff for my show. So 5 a.m. is my Bible. So right now I'm doing the Bible study guide. So Bible study guide in a year, and then, my Bible. So I'm reading these together, or like going through the process together. From there, I pray every morning, and I ask God what it is he wants me to see, know, understand, hear, all of the things. So I got a journal, and I write in the chapters, and I talk about what the chapter was about briefly, just because, the more you write, the better it is for you to retain information. And then there's a message in there. Some days it's more profound than other days, but every single time you do it, there's a message. Oh my goodness. There's a message if you're willing to hear it, because sometimes we don't want to hear it. Believe me, the other day when I was mad and I was just like, I don't want to deal with this, God. And he put that guy in my car so that I would deal with it. And I'm like, I fight with him. I really do. Me and God have a relationship. But like, one of the things I wrote is, how am I supposed to make peace with this person, Lord? Give me direction. And the next day, he did. And I was like, all right. So journaling is so important. It's your time to be in space. It's your time to start walking in faith. It's your time to show up in a powerful momentum. And then after the reading of my prayer and my Bible, I go into my personal development book, which is The Power of Focus. And it talks about habits. And right now, when I'm driving, I listen to an Audible called Atomic Habits. OMG. So my workshop is really going to be revolving around this one for business. My business workshop is going to be around The Power of Focus and Atomic Habits, because they go hand in hand together. And it's just phenomenal. So yeah. I think, yeah, you should definitely be ready for that. All right, what do we got? Oh, here we go. Let's go, Angie. I remember having a car that would only go reverse when it wanted to. I had to put it in neutral and push it back. Thankful times are different now. Oh, girl, yes. So you too experience that. Yes. Just when you relive. Now look at you, Angie. You have a room full of lovely items. Angie and I, we do a Bible study together. And so I absolutely love her. Thank you for sharing, Angie. Yes, we go through those difficult times. But yeah, I mean, that reminds me of my mom having a, like, what is it called when you have to jump your car, the clutch, you let out the clutch, you have to pop the clutch or something like that. Back in the days, with the automatics and so the stick shifts. So yes, I mean, the struggle is real no matter what. I mean, Tony and I did a show, and that was our first in-person show, and it was amazing. If you all haven't seen it, you got to go back. But we talked about entrepreneurship, and he shared his story, and he sold oranges on the streets. His family was very poor, and now he has a very successful business. And I would love for you all to go watch that show too, because it was amazing. So, okay, let's go back into it. Did I do step number 4? Let's see where I'm at. Oh, no, step number 4. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything that was like too revealing, Angie, but I love that she knows what I was talking about. Now she has a room full of lovely items. Oh, I love you guys. Thank you all for doing this with me, for joining in on the conversation. Because yeah, sometimes these lives, like, I'm just like, you don't like talking to yourself, or you're talking to the people, but it's always fun when people engage. It's the best. So all right, step number 4. Surround yourself with people who challenge you to level up. Faith grows in the right environment. Yes. I am part of part of like 3 groups. I have an accountability group that I check in every morning. We have a morning check-in for slow mornings, doing our prayer, our Bible study, our, personal development. And then we, share our workout, and we share our intentions for the day. So what are our intentions to, in business, or it could just be in life, like what we're doing, what are we being intentional about? And that was a huge word for me last year. Every year I come up with a word, and 2024 was intentional. Did I come up with 2025? I honestly don't even remember it, because it's not one that I'm like talking about. Yeah, but the year before that was focused. Did I not come up with a word? I had to have. Anyways, I'm not going to worry about it. But surround yourself with people who challenge you. The second group I'm in is a Bible study group that we're doing, this one that I showed you, the Bible in a Year book. And then of course, I have my Bible study group. So you have to do that. You need to be supported by people who are looking to support you, inspire you, motivate you to step into your power and purpose. And that's what I'm here. That's what I'm here to do. That's why I have these shows, because I want to let you know that no matter what, Veronica shared her struggle, Angie shared her struggle, Tony shared his struggle. We all go through it. Life can suck, but life is going to throw you opportunities to show up, or step back and don't do anything. So remember, this is about having faith over fear. You want to be able to show up when it's presented. Be ready for it. Build that resilience, build that determination, because it's going to only allow you to step into who you're meant to be. Continue to grow, continue to learn, continue to surround yourself with people who are doing the same thing. And don't isolate, because, I tend to do that. And it's not good. Like, there's times I'm just like, I need to get out. I need to go out and get some air. I mean, don't get me wrong. I get out every day, but I'm saying I need to get out and just like socialize. And I read, as I'm reading the book, one of the things that I read recently was to network. You got to go out and network and meet your people. And oh my goodness, Yes, I was a master networker back in the day, but man, the one lady that networks like every single day, I don't think she ever goes home, but it's Veronica Corona. If you do not know this woman, I mean, everyone knows her. Veronica, you took master networker to a whole nother level, girl. So yeah, I do need to get out to more events, and maybe you need to drug me out, but I'm just saying, I do need to get out more. So you want to surround yourself with people who challenge you to level up, because again, that faith grows in the right environment. All right, let's see what else I got for ya. Okay. All right, let's see. Okay. Oh, here we go. Because I'm like, I know I took extra notes. Okay, here we go. I want you all to share since I have you guys are all so active over here. I am going to share, and let's see who does it. Let's see who is up for the challenge. Here we go. What's one fear that's been keeping you stuck? Who is up for the challenge to go into chat? Here we go. All right, let's see. But first, Veronica says, yes, you do need to get out. I know. I got to share that one. That was cute. Oh, man. Let me go ahead and share that. You guys are, oh my God, I love all your chats. Yes, I do need to get out. Oh my goodness. Starting a business again. Ooh, Veronica. All right. You've been saying that for some time. So I'm thinking, is that what's holding you back? So what's one fear that's been keeping you stuck? And Veronica, thank you for sharing. Thank you for being open and honest about it. But yeah, I mean, Veronica, you built a successful janitorial business and have sold it for a large sum of money. So definitely, you know that you're more than capable of doing it. So it's a matter of details of what that's going to look like. You know, what type of business, probably, of course, a lot different than what you've experienced. And if I'm not mistaken, it's going to lead you in a different direction as far as like what you've already been doing in business. But you're more than capable. You are more than capable already. So already started, but it's here I go again. Here I go again on my own. Sorry. That's a song that came to my head. Oh, I'm so excited for you, girl. I am going to be your biggest cheerleader. Woo! I'm going to do the Montel Williams. Woo, woo, woo. You got it. I mean, it's so fun, honestly. And you already know, reach out to me if you have any questions. Because again, it's gonna. If I'm not mistaken, it's your consulting and your speaking, and you know you got this. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be great. I can't wait to see it all happen. She is awesome. See, Tony knows. Hurry, Veronica she is a badass. She is a badass. We all love Veronica. You guys are cute. I love it. Okay, I think that's it. I'm going to wrap up a little early because I love that you guys were so engaging. And ultimately, I shared everything I wanted to share with you as far as stepping out of your comfort zone, what to do, really by surrounding yourself with the people and continue to show up for yourself. What does that mean? Continue to show up for yourself. You have to do the habits that successful people are doing. And guess what? They are getting up. They are doing their prayer. They are walking in faith. They are journaling. They are meditating. Okay, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I've yet to do meditation because it makes me sleepy. And like as soon as I do meditation, I'm like, I kid you not. And people are just like, oh, you need to quiet your brain. You need to sit still. And it's just like, I get super sleepy. So it's really hard for me to do it in the morning. But I'm going to try to do it, not try, because, our brains don't compute try. We either do or don't. So I'm going to do it in the evening and just let myself sit, listen, because, that's one of the biggest things I have a hard time with is listening. I don't listen enough. I do need to listen more. Okay. And then, so doing that, and then your physical well-being, I shared with somebody today that, I started juicing it every morning. So every morning I'm taking, I have a juicing regimen that I do. And I told her I get up at 5, I do this, I do that, and everything. And she goes, wow, you are dedicated. Like I couldn't even do that. Oh, and I'm fasting. That's what it was. So I finish my dinner by 7. I don't eat past 7 p.m. And then the next day I can eat after 9 a.m. So it's a 14-hour fast, and I've been doing that, and it's been great. I've been doing it for a week now. And so she was just like, you're so dedicated. And it's like, honestly, I'm not the same person I was a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. I'm constantly developing. So it takes a lot of work and determination, like we talked about earlier, and just knowing, your focus. So like my kitchen or my refrigerator is being filled with healthy stuff. Don't get me wrong. I bought chips, little salsa. I am who I am. Don't judge me. But for the most part, everything is streamlined for a healthier me. So I'm working with coaches for my mind. I'm working with a nutritionist for my food. I'm working with, having a group of accountability partners for, my mental well-being. I'm making lunch dates for, with friends so that I'm getting out of the house. So it's a full circle of constantly showing up for yourself and also taking the time for self-care. This past Tuesday, I got a massage from my chiropractor. It wasn't a fun massage. He had to dig in to all the knots and all the pain in my body. And so I scheduled a massage massage for this Sunday. And that one is going to be a relaxing massage. And I can't wait. But again, just know that you are worth it. Take the time to show up for yourself, love on yourself. You are number one, and then everybody else is secondary. Just make sure you're taking care of yourself first, so that you show up the best version of yourself, because when you're walking in faith versus fear, everything else comes natural. So I want you to know that. Okay. Woohoo, Veronica. Had to join in. You're so cute. I love it, Angie. Yes. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate every single one of you for showing up and engaging, and know that, obviously connect with me on all the social media platforms. If you search my name, you will find me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok. I rarely go over to TikTok, but there's my website, and just opportunity to connect with me if you have any questions. And stay tuned. You want to stay tuned because I have a lot coming out. I'm launching a blog. I'm launching a new show that is going to be focused on business. So we have a CRM platform that has been so phenomenal to women in business that are looking to grow online, and really having everything in an all-in-one platform through landing pages, websites, automations, and things like that. So more to come on that. I need to come up with a title for my next show. It's going to be a 30-minute show, and we're going to be talking about all things business for your business. So stay tuned for that. But like I mentioned, if you have any questions, again, contact me, and I can't wait to connect with you. Have a beautiful day. Thank you to Angie, Tony, Veronica for showing up today and loving with me and engaging. I appreciate you all. So until next week, have a good night or day wherever you are joining. Bye.
I want to get to know what you do, what inspires you, what you enjoy.
My ability to lead really impacts women on a larger level, because not every woman has the same story or the same journey. So understanding where they've come from and where they want to go helps me be the leader that I can, so that I can show up in a space of authenticity for them.